In the meantime, acting DHS Chief Chad Wolf details the latest investigations into violence in Democrat-controlled cities. One America's Kristian Rouz has more.
Violent criminal activity every single night for 52 nights. And two, the lack of action from city officials and law enforcement.
The DHS is continuing its cleanup efforts in the hotbeds of crime and political violence in Portland, Oregon. On Tuesday, acting Homeland Security Secretary Chad Wolf said his agents are conducting investigations into attacks on federal property in that city. He says investigative actions may include brief detentions of riot leaders and are perfectly legal, thus refuting the claims by Portland's ruling Democrats.
On offenses that may have been committed against property owned and occupied by the federal government or persons on that property. In other words, we are expressly allowed to leave federal property to conduct investigations and arrest individuals who have damaged federal property.
Which may suggest activists detained by the DHS may have been spotted on federal grounds at least once over the past 52 days, which justifies their questioning. However, Democrat Party officials are still standing up for Portland's far-left underworld.
It's despicable. It's like a third world despotic country where you pick up someone, no identification, drag him somewhere and he doesn't even know or she doesn't even know what's doing.
Minority Leader Schumer adds a federal deployment requires the permission by local officials, which they, of course, would not have granted. But the DHS appears to be dealing with what officials have described as a highly organized national network of direct action political groups. And while crime is skyrocketing across the Democrat-controlled areas, so does the social justice unrest. Generally, a surge in crime creates a favorable environment for political terror, including by far-left militants. In this light, some say Schumer's remarks about a third-world country are more applicable to the scenes of arson and looting in Democrat-run cities, rather than DHS actions.
I'm told from the incident commander here today that this group appeared to be well organized. It's kind of a joint effort to target specific businesses and government buildings.
And while businesses are losing money in riot damages and COVID restrictions, the left may be getting closer to achieving their political goals. This is something Homeland Security investigations appear to be looking at, including the rioters' political motives, possible connections to the Democrat Party or other political groups, as well as sources of financing.
These individuals carry lasers, baseball bats, explosive fireworks, metal pipes, glass bottles, accelerants, and other weapons, all targeting federal facilities and federal law enforcement. I've heard the mayor of Portland recently state that the federal government is to blame for this violence. Rational people know that is not true.
The HSI is now gathering evidence that may shed light on this national network of intimidation politics and result in criminal charges against prominent far-left figures. All the while, and to local Democrats' dismay, HSI agents are now launching similar operations in Chicago and beyond.
The department will continue to do our authorized mission in any city across the country. We will not retreat.
Kristian Rouz, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.